Marble. Thanks so much for joining us today on one of our 14 affiliate stations. We're brought to you proudly each and every day by D&D Farm and Ranch. That's ddtexasoutfitters.com. Neighbor, let's take a look at the commodities follow-through pressure through Wednesday. Had the corn board another 2 3/4 cents in the red. December is firm by 3 cents from the initial drop at the open. Soybeans, despite Chinese purchases in the headlines, beans continue fading through the midweek. November setting 11 cents off the session low. KC wheat looks like sliding through the midday. 1.8% losses. December hard red winter now down 13 cents to levels not seen since the contact began in 2021. As we look toward cotton, futures fading back from their initial Wednesday strength, but are still trading higher for the day. December was up 88 points at last glance. The new midweek hog session printed another new low early before bouncing, and they were now trading double digits in the black. The December futures had been at 65.72 earlier yesterday. After a brutal start to the week, futures for cattle were firming up through the middle of the day Wednesday with triple-digit recoveries. The fats were up 82 cents to 140. December still at a net 480 loss for the move. Neighbor, there are your commodity movements for Wednesday. We're on the line with Ken Jordan, Jordan Cattle Auction, getting ready for the Thursday sale in Mason, and then a special. Ken, let's talk about it all.
You bet, Larry. We got here in Cincinnati today at about 5:30 or so, around 750 head of cattle. We've had really good rains in the area and throughout the day today and parts of yesterday. I think we're anywhere from an inch to 3 inches, depending on where you're located. And the radius around here has been very good, so it's going to help everybody's attitude. Slowed the run down a little bit. We got about 200 cows on the yard. We got about 20 packer bulls. Then we got the 60 bulls that we advertise coming off the Bright Ranches, raised on the Bright Ranch and everything. This genetics on them, all horned Hereford bulls. We're going to start those at 10 o'clock. Already been trick test, fertility test, everything, and then we'll go right into our regular sale, Larry. So kind of depending on what it rains and how much it rains still tonight, there's some flood warnings in some areas. We may get a couple hundred more in the morning, could end up with 1,000, maybe 900, something like that, Larry.
Well, tell everybody how to get a hold of you.
You bet. Give us a call, area code 325-372-5159. Also, keep in mind on Saturday, we got over 2,900 head consigned that are coming in for that female sale. Talk a little more about it tomorrow night, Larry.
We appreciate you. Thank you, Ken.
You bet. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Neighbor, let's take a look at the meats. Pork carcass cut out the national value, $324 stronger, led by $15.80 recovery in the bellies. The quote, $89.83, and was $120.21 for the bellies. As we look toward the beef side of the meat equation, we see wholesale box prices mixed. Choice up by $171, the select down by $237. The ribs were quoted at $529.54 and $433.56 respectively. Federal slaughter 126,000 head for a weekly total of $251. That matches the $257 during the same week last year. Neighbor, there's your meat moves. We're on the line with Sean Geis White, Gillespie Livestock, Fredericksburg. They sell cattle every Wednesday. It's Wednesday evening. Sean, how did it go?
It went good, Larry. Ended up with right around 620. We had some showers around yesterday evening, and there was some around this morning and today. So everybody's getting a little rain, so it sure slowed it up, which is good. But everybody's getting some. Hopefully we'll get a little bit more this evening and through the weekend. They're talking like some. So hopefully it'll freshen everything up around here and get a little runoff, and attitudes will be better. As far as the sale went, with the futures market going down in the last week and the first of the week, I thought we got by pretty darn good. I'm going to sure quote it lower, but from some of the quotes that I'd heard on Monday and Tuesday, thought we got by real well. Everybody jumped in there and looked like they need a little cattle, and I don't know, first part of the week, how that goes, it scares some of those people, and they set back. We sure got by good today for the few head. I'm sure glad we didn't have any more, so maybe it was a blessing we had a little bit of a rain out. And this thing will correct itself, and maybe we'll bounce back where we were.
Do you know of anything for next week?
I don't know of a whole lot. We do have that, we talk, they're putting a lot of weather in for this evening, and then I think we clear out a little bit on Friday, Saturday, and then even into the first part of the week, which I know that's a long way off. They've got rain in for us on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday again, so it sure could be another rain out, which that wouldn't be a bad thing. So we'll just have to play that by ear and see what the calls bring this weekend and see what the weather does.
We'll touch base with you next week. In the meantime, tell everybody how to get a hold of you.
They can reach us at 830-997-4394.
Thank you, Sean.
Thanks. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Neighbor, I'd like to remind you about George Weichel and the good folks at Wholesale Steel, San Antonio Steel. Heavy-duty lifetime warranty on their cattle panel. The standard duty panel also. Heavy-duty and standard duty pasture gates. They're a new Preferred dealer, and they'll beat anybody's prices on the Preferred products. They've got Stay Tight 50 and Stay Tough fencing both. Cattle working pins. They've got 2 Texas locations. They've got the San Antonio store. Call 210-624-2000 or the Hearn Bryan College Station store, 979-280-6100. Now remember, that Hearn location is off Highway 6, and the San Antonio location is there off Texas 16. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, Fridays and Saturdays, 8 to 4. You can find them on the web at wholesalesteelsa.com. Of course, that's the San Antonio store, or wholesalesteelbcs.com. And that's the Bryan College Station Hearn store. Oh, and by the way, tell George Weichel that Larry Marble sent you. We're on the line with Kelly Thigpen, Pearsall Livestock. Kelly, how'd the sale go?
I had a good sale, Larry. Ended up with 663 head of cattle there today. I had a pretty good jag of Packer cows and bulls, and looked like that market was pretty much fully steady with what it was last week. I guess $1 on the best cow and $1.15 or so on the best bull there today. Didn't really have much as far as any kind of pairs go. Just had a little handful up to 1,800 on the pairs, and then just a smidgen of bred cows. I think up to 14 or so on what little bred cows we had. But anyway, good Packer cow and bull market still. And then on the calf and yearling, the good number one kind of cattle and all the bigger cattle sure selling plenty good. Some of these little plainer cattle and all just kind of the odds and ends kind of stuff, just a lot harder to place right now. But the really good cattle selling outstanding. Had a lot of good kids in yearling state, plenty of dollars. And so I thought it was good. Like I said, just some of them oddballs and plainer kind of cattle just getting harder to place, but good cattle selling good. So like I said, ended up 663. Thought we had a good sale.
Tell everybody how to get a hold of you for next Wednesday, Kelly Thigpen.
Call us at the office, 830-334-3653. Mobile number is 334-1047. Or look us up on the website. That's PearsallLivestock.com.
Thank you, Kelly.
Thank you, sir.
Bye-bye. I'm Larry Marble from Down on the Farm. We're at the kitchen table, and our guest today is Stephen from D&D, and you're bringing us some Preferred information, aren't you?
Yes, sir, Larry. So the boss ordered one too many truckloads of stuff from Preferred this morning, and I'm going to go ahead and offer 10% off all Preferred panels and squeeze chutes exclusively to Down on the Farm listeners while supplies last.
Down on the Farm listeners, you need to get in on this action. How much percentage?
10%.
Get on down to D&D right now. Stephen, tell everybody how to get a hold of you.
You can reach me at 830-379-7340, and I'm at extension 160.
We're on the line with Jim Wheeler, Atascosa Livestock, Pleasanton, Texas. Jim, how'd the sale go?
Well, numbers were decent. Market was cheaper. I'm thinking it was every place.
Right.
Monday and Tuesday, a touch cheaper. The board was down, and I didn't look at it today. It made me mad on Monday and Tuesday, so I don't even know what it did today.
Right. It has come up from the sales earlier in the week. Prices weren't bad, but, they have gotten just a tad better. Let's walk your pins.
All right, 433 head there Tuesday. 172 were steers, 148 heifers, 81 cows, and 22 bulls. Steer side 2 to 3 weights, $2 to $2.60. Heifers were $1.85 to $2.35. 3 to 4 weight steers $2 to $2.52. Heifers were $1.95 to $2.34. 4 to 5 weight steers $1.90 to $2.45. Heifers were $1.85 to $2.25. 5 to 6 weight steers $1.80 to $2.42. Heifers were $1.75 to $2.15. 6 7-weight steers $1.70 to $2.25. Heifers were $1.65 to $2.10. 7 to 8 weight steers $1.60 to $2.18. Heifers were $1.50 to $1.95. 8 to 9 weight steers $1.50 to $2. Heifers were $1.30 to $1.80.
How about the cow?
Cows had $1.88 this week. Best Packer cow brought $98. Best bull brought $1.14. Few bred cows in the mix. They brought from $710 to $1,200, and we kept one little pair together. She brought $725.
Are you aware of anything for this next week?
Yeah, several people are going to work. We do have a chance of rain down here starting tomorrow through next Wednesday.
Right.
So that will determine our numbers.
Well, we hope to get some up here too from that little tropical depression coming up off of Mexico. It went from a tropical depression to a Category 4 within about an hour this morning. That was something impressive.
I saw that. That was very impressive.
Yeah, well, hopefully it'll bring impressive rains. Jim, tell everybody how to get a hold of you.
Reach us at 830-569-2516.
We appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. McCoys.com. McCoy's Building Supply. Still family-owned, strong, growing, and relevant for our ag community. With their own cattle ranches in West Texas, they understand the rural ag economy. Farm and ranch equipment from working chutes and sorting pens to cattle panels and gates, T-post fencing and barbed wire. Shop online and find the store near you at McCoys.com. We are on the line with Klein Spear from Southwest Livestock Exchange Uvalde. Klein, let's talk about the success of the sheep and goat sale.
Ended up with 550 head yesterday, Larry. Pretty steady with last week. Kind of got along the same deal. Heavy lambs $1.30 to $2. Those light lambs $1.50 to $2.40. Those fat ewes $60 to $1.20. And those thin packer ewes $30 to $50. Those packer nannies $40 to $1.05. Those fat Spanish nannies $80 to $1.25. Those stocker nannies $1.40 to $2.75. Those good cabritos $2.30 to $3.55. And the lightweights $1.80 to $3.40. And the billies yesterday $1.60 up to $1.90 on a handful. So kind of the same market we've been seeing. Kind of just still getting along pretty well though.
Good. How about the cattle sale?
Got about 300 on the yard this evening. Got a few more in the morning. Should have probably around that 500 head range, something like that. We, kind of chance of rain all week. Had some guys kind of hold up and haven't really got much. So maybe some guys will get rained out in the morning. It'd be sure nice to have a little rain. But that market's kind of, picked back up from the first of the week there. So kind of looking for a pretty good market again this week and should have a good selection of everybody.
Klein, tell everybody how to get a hold of you at Southwest Livestock Exchange in Uvalde.
Call us at the office, 830-278-5621. My cell phone, 830-591-3241.
Klein, thank you for the call.
Thank you, Larry.
Bye-bye. We are on the line with Rodney Butler from Beeville Livestock down Beeville Way. Rodney, y'all help put on the South Texas Hereford Association sale by providing the facility each year. What's going to go on with it this year?
Yes, sir. The South Texas Hereford Association and the Pride of Texas Female Sale will be held on October the 28th at Beeville Livestock Commission. Sale starting at 12 noon. Viewing of cattle all day Friday. Bids online at liveauction.tv. Sale day. We're going to have around 55 registered Hereford bulls open, 7 bred Herefords, 19 open, 5 bred Brahmins, 47 open, 15 bred F1s with a few pairs come sale day. And a few of our consigners are BC Cattle Company, Case Ranch, Ivy Ranch, OH Triangle, Rafter J, Schmidt Hereford, Smith Hereford, Muscatelli Hereford, Pfluger Herefords, Shoddy Herefords, Rocking Chair, Hacklebarrel, Tyler Johnson, Diamond T Cattle Company, Yannick Cattle Company, DRC Ranch, Twisted L Brahmins, Stubenthal Brothers, Raider Hereford, Steindorf Cattle, WD Cattle, and Hartman Cattle. If y'all have any questions or need any answers, you can call Sarah Lanham, the sales manager, at 210-844-4806. 210-844-4806.
All right, Rodney, I appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you.
We're on the line with Chris Carter from Karnes County Livestock Exchange down Kennedy Way. Chris, we always begin by thanking the folks that do business with us.
You betcha, Larry. We do want to thank all of you for your consignments. Last week, the cattle just kept coming to town, and we ended up with 894 head. The market was a touch softer on the feeders and about $7 to $9 cheaper on the packer side of things.
Walk the pens with us.
Number 1 steer is 2 to 3 weight, 248 to 320. 3 and 4 is 247 to 320. 4 and 5 weights, 220 to 277. 5 and 6 is 218 to 265. 6 and 7 is 205 to 240. And the 7 and 8 weights, 203 to 216. On the heifers, 2 to 3 weight, 224 to 310. 3 and 4 is 216 to 305. 4 and 5 weights, 214 to 268. 5 and 6 is 204 to 253. 6 and 7 is $2 to 243. And the 7 8 weights, $181 to 201. We had 13 packer bulls last week. High yielding was $1.05 up to 113. Medium 91 to 99. 186 packer cows. High yielding was 90 up to 97 on the best cow. Medium 75 to 83, and the low end 42 to 49. We did not have a test last week on bred cows or pairs.
What do you got under the barn for this week?
Well, at the present time, we're tagging on 636, and we're looking for about 800, weather permitting. Hopefully we get a good rain tonight. In our count, we've got 164 packer cows and bulls, 2 pair, 8 palpate, and the rest are yearlings.
Tell everybody how to get a hold of you.
For any questions, please call Weather and Rouse at 361-542-0810 or myself at 210-286-5345.
We appreciate it. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Maybe here's a shotgun look at the grains. Panhandle corn, 510. Panhandle milo, 520. Hard red winter wheat, 564. Gulf corn, 554. Gulf beans, 1374. Texas cotton, 42 bales at 77.81. That's it for Down on the Farm. I'm Larry Marble. Good day.